How to glow up. How to glow up in 1 week. How to glow up in 48 hours. This has been an internet obsession for quite some time. The hashtag glow up alone on Instagram has produced more than 4 million search results. And the same hashtag on TikTok has over 14.7 billion views. Yes, it's evident that we care about being pretty, looking pretty, and enhancing our overall physical appearance. But what if you are doing all these steps but still feel like something is missing? Glowing up goes beyond that. The most important factor in this should be your inner work. I mean, what's the point of being beautiful if you're ugly on the inside? I'm going to list some symptoms and signs that will help indicate if this is the right video for you. Do you feel drained? Constantly tired? Unmotivated? Do you find yourself constantly comparing? Did you lose your passion? Do you procrastinate? Have you fallen off of your routines? Abandoned your self-care? If you found yourself saying yes to at least 2 of these questions, then look no further, butterfly. Let's just dive into this together so that we can have this inner glow up. Hey butterflies, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Stephanie with a Y. Don't forget to subscribe. For today's video, we are going to be discussing how to have an inner glow up. There are thousands of videos that you can find online about how to glow up, how to look pretty, how to look put together. I've done it in the past. But you can find so many videos about how to glow up, and it's really focused on your appearance, right? More on the outside versus inside. So for today's video, I decided to tackle on our inner. So yeah, you know how to glow up and look good, but what about the inside? What about your inner glow, sis? So without further ado, let's just jump into the video and get started. What is inner work? Inner work is the set of emotions, perceptions, and motivation that do interact with small daily occurrences of events. For your inner work, you can look at it as a slice of the pie, right? The pie is you, and you're made up of so many different things, so many different parts of you. Your perception, your perspective on life, how you look at things, how you look at certain situations, and also what just makes you you. From the day we were born, we were raised to believe right is right, wrong is wrong. This is black, this is white, this is how things are, this is how it's supposed to be, and etc. Until you get to a certain age where you can start making your own decisions and start taking things into your own hands. And over time, we start to evolve into the person that we are today, right? And every day we are continuously growing because we are continuously learning. So inner work is going to refer to all of that. Your self-awareness, your personal development. It's going to be every single step that addresses your thoughts, emotions, beliefs, and behaviors. And also part of this inner work will be regulating our emotions, emotional intelligence, being able to diffuse yourself before you get too heated, right? Learning to heal, learning to cope, learning to heal your inner child, etc. Healing is going to be part of life. It is not a linear process, trust me. So one day you might feel fine, the next you might feel like you're back at day one. But this is all going to be inner work. And focusing on your inner work is going to be the most important thing that you do in your life. It's you, okay? You're going to be the greatest project you ever work on. Why is it really important? It's just like our phones. We need to update our softwares every time they come up with a new iOS. You don't just get a new phone and have an old system, right? You have to think of that inner work as the battery. It's what's going to keep you going. It's the engine in the car. Like, you can't function without the other. The first step of this inner work is going to be you. You will be taking a step back to look at yourself, your life at a different perspective, a different point of view. You're going to have to ask yourself certain questions, tough questions, like what are your triggers? What sets you off? What grinds your gears? What's going to rile you up? You have to find out who you are really. Who do you want to become? Why are you this way? You're going to question every single thing that you do and say. This is going to be a self-evaluation time. This is why it's important to look at yourself from a different perspective. You need to start looking at yourself from a level that is not an ego, denial, or false self. You need to really reevaluate your functions and why you are the way you are. Why do you react this way? What caused this? Is it childhood trauma? Does it remind you of a toxic ex? Like, exactly get to the root of the solution and why. This may be something that you work on gradually when you do notice yourself getting out of your character, or this can be something that you sit down and journal to do. Once you've gotten to that step, the next step, you will want to learn to regulate your emotions. This is where you want to start developing that emotional intelligence so that you can understand what's happening. What exactly are you feeling? There was a TikTok I watched one time, and she was saying how her therapist would ask her, how do you feel? But don't use the obvious adjectives like sad or happy. Use a different word and tell me, how do you feel? She says that this practice in finding the right word is absolutely hard because sometimes we don't even know what we're feeling. And she mentioned that this practice made such a huge difference in knowing exactly how she felt. So instead of saying sad, maybe she was feeling anxious. Instead of saying mad, maybe she was feeling envious. Finding that right word to truly describe what you are feeling will help you as well understand what you're experiencing. And just knowing how you feel will help you to learn how to manage that, how to process it, right? Give yourself time, give yourself grace to actually feel those feelings. It deserves a safe space. And I always tell people that your reaction is powerful. Your reaction to anything is everything. They do say, do not get upset with people or situations because both are powerless without your reaction. Most of the time, people trying to irritate you, they're trying to get a reaction out of you. People that are trying to bully you, make you feel some type of ways because they want a reaction. I always tell people, if I notice that you're trying to trigger me a certain way, you will get nothing. You will not be satisfied in getting a response from me. Why? Who's ever worth that? Learning to regulate your emotions and being in full control will help you feel like you have full control over your life and emotions. Again, we're chasing inner peace. The next step is learning how to communicate, learning how to speak, learning how to articulate exactly what you are trying to say, which refers back to the exercise I was telling you guys about choosing an adjective that truly tells people what you're feeling. You're not angry, you're devastated. You're not sad, you're mourning. You're not unhappy, you're heartbroken. Getting the right adjectives, like I said, will help you to narrow it down. Once you are able to do that, then you're able to communicate that to people, to those around you. And being able to just communicate properly helps with setting boundaries too. On this road of self-development, we have a lot of work to do, a lot of inner work to do, which means we need no distractions. Sometimes you need to set boundaries so people can understand, like, okay, she's off limits, or she's busy, she's doing her thing. Being able to communicate your needs, your wants, so that it's clear to everyone, but also in a respectful, nice way, so that no one can get hurt. And if they do, that's because they don't understand. That's what, not your problem. But learn to communicate exactly what you need, when you need. And the beauty about being able to fully express yourself is that there is no room for assumption. That's where a lot of chaos, a lot of arguments can arise when we don't understand each other. We're not on the same page. And it just feels good. It feels good being able to speak up for yourself, to stand up for yourself. And on that note, I want to make sure that we are speaking to ourselves nicely, okay? We're learning how to speak, but also speaking nicely to ourselves. We're always going to have that negative Nancy. We're always going to have some negative thoughts that pop up. Maybe it's from your limiting beliefs. But you are going to snap out of that and learn how to speak to yourself like you would talk to a friend. Talk to yourself like you would your daughter. Talk to yourself like you would with your mom. You like how it's flowing all together nicely, right? Because once you understand your needs, what you are feeling, then you express that so that it's known, it's out in the world, right? So then the next step would be working on your aura, your energy. Working on your aura is going to require you to cleanse, rebalancing, and strengthening your energy field, that aura that exudes from you. There are many ways that you can work on this. Mindful activities such as journaling, meditating. You can cleanse in many ways, such as saging. I'm not too familiar with the exact name, but it is those meditations that help you reset and cleanse out your chakras, especially if they're imbalanced. You can also do sea salt baths, or honestly just prayer. Whatever you feel that will help give you that nice little reset to clear out whatever is not needed, whatever shouldn't be there. Anything that gotta go, get it out so that you can reset and start anew. Also, having a healthy, balanced lifestyle will reflect in your aura as well. So that means, are you exercising? Are you eating the right foods? Are you giving yourself the nourishment that it needs? Are you outside? Do you get vitamin D? Do you get the vitamins that you do need? And most importantly, are you getting enough sleep? I'm not, but that's something I'm working on for sure. And most importantly, we can't work on our aura and not protect it as well. We have to protect our energy. There are those who are just seeking to suck life out of people. They may not know that's what they're doing. Granted, however, there are definitely energy suckers out there, energy vampires, people that naturally will feed off of that good energy just because it feels good. Can you blame them? And if you're like me, it can definitely be draining. You will start to feel when you no longer have any energy for yourself. You're going to feel drained. You're going to feel exhausted. You're just not going to feel the same. There was a time I had a friend, and every time we spoke, there was always something going on, always something wrong. Granted, not her fault all of the time. And yes, I am an empath. And yes, I am an optimistic person. So a lot of times I am the go-to person to listen and to cheer you on and help you get through that. But I didn't realize that with that person, they were just draining me. And by the end of the call, they would feel great and I would feel shitty. So it's like, wow. It didn't hit me until multiple times of that, until I noticed the pattern and said, why do I feel so crappy every time I get off the phone? And so it's moments like that that should help give you that sign that, hello, something's off, that alerts, right? That you are not yourself anymore. These are the people that you need to protect your energy from. Also protecting your energy, just giving your energy to useless things, useless activities that's not going to help you get any closer to your goals or where you want to be. And I know at times it can be difficult to pinpoint what's draining you, what's not for you, but go with your intuition. A lot of us have such a great intuition, we just don't listen to it. If you're a Pisces, that's you. But honestly, listen to your gut. Listen to that feeling. We all have that, and sometimes we just ignore it. Your intuition will always be there, and you just have to trust it because it's either going to weaken or strengthen your energy. So just follow your gut. The next step will be your attitude, your gratitude, attitude of gratitude. It's going to be your appreciation of life. It's going to be how blessed you are and how blessed you truly feel. We are all living in a prayer that we once prayed for. Why on earth are we sitting here thinking about what we could have or should have when we are living with many blessings around us? You woke up today, that's a blessing alone. You were able to eat, blessing. And I can't even lie, there are going to be days that are so tough, so like irritating, where everything goes wrong and why me? I actually saw a TikTok, which I am going to recreate, but it's turning it into a I get to challenge. So instead of saying, oh, I have to go to the gym, just start saying, I get to go to the gym. I get to move my body. I get to lift these weights and feel strong. Do you know how many people are in a hospital bed or unwell or can't even move? There's always going to be something about your life that is more than a blessing, more than enough. Abundance will always be in your life, some shape, way, or form. Always be thankful for what you do have, because how else will you appreciate if you get more? If you don't already appreciate the job that you have now, how will you appreciate it when you start making more money? If you don't appreciate the nice things you have in life, why would you ever be blessed with more? And that's how I think about it. I will always count my blessings. Every single day I wake up, I will find something to be thankful for. Every time. That's law. And the last step, you want to make sure that you are perfecting your environment. This goes hand in hand with our energy. We don't want anything in our environment to bring us down. Any type of negative emotion, negative reaction, anything that's just going to get you down, get it out of here. You have to be very mindful, very considerate, very to mirror. In your environment, you really have to be selective in who you allow, what you allow, what you're listening to, what you're watching, what you're consuming. Every second there's something that you're digesting, which is why it's very important, especially on social media, that we are following the right people. We don't want to follow people that make us feel shameful, that make us feel like we're not successful. We don't want to follow anyone that makes us feel negative about ourselves or our lives. Hence why I always suggest taking a social media break or just taking a little cleanse, But trust me, social media will always be there. But always select what you're consuming very, very carefully. And sometimes it is an environment that we can't escape at that moment. What if it's just your home, right? Full of toxic people. Go outdoors. Go and reconnect with nature. Yes, it may not be forever. You can't stay there for a long time. But still, that will really make a difference. And can I just say, pro tip, please connect with nature. It is so underrated, but the earth has some special powers. It really does help to restabilize your emotion, your energy. And pro tip, if you are able to be outside, please go barefoot. So many benefits in that. They say that walking barefoot on grass, soil, or sand is called earthing. It allows your body to absorb the earth's electrons, which can reduce inflammation, lower stress levels, and enhance your overall well-being. So that does sum up the steps of how to focus on your inner life, working on your inner self so that you can live a more balanced life. This is going to be a lifelong journey, so make sure you're in it for the long run, but just don't forget to be patient with yourself. This is going to help you be more in tune with who you are and who you want to be. Who is your higher self and what does she possess? Who is she down to the T? Once you're able to pinpoint where you're headed, you got your engine, a brand new engine in the car, you got the address on the GPS, you're ready to go, babe. You're going to have a more fulfilled and intentional life. Just don't forget, the more you work on yourself, the more balanced and in tune you will be with yourself and your life decisions. And of course, to end off the video, we are going to do some affirmations for our higher self-esteem. But if this is your last few seconds here, I do thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next one. Affirmations for your higher self. Repeat twice. I raise my vibration daily through my positive words and thoughts. The universe supports me in every way possible. I am compassionate and understanding towards all life forms. I will accept all the parts of me that I am now unaware of. I am ignoring all negative thoughts and behavior. I will allow peace to fill my soul. I release all fear from my mind. I accept the good that is flowing into my life. I choose to treat myself with kindness and compassion every day. I admire my commitment to my inner work. Every day I choose to deepen my understanding of who I am and who I want to be. I raise my vibration daily through my positive words and thoughts. The universe supports me in every way possible. I am compassionate and understanding towards all life forms. I will accept all the parts of me that I am now unaware of. I am ignoring all negative thoughts and behavior. I will allow peace to fill my soul. I release all fear from my mind. I accept the good that is flowing into my life. I choose to treat myself with kindness and compassion every day. I admire my commitment to my inner work. Every day I choose to deepen my understanding of who I am and who I want to be. Thank you, butterflies. Love you.